Hey everybody, how you doing? Good morning. So today we're going to be putting you through on how to understanding the QuickBook menu bar. So let's go up to your QuickBook page. Now you can see that these are the menu bars up top. The upper menu bars, we have the file, the edit, the view, the list, the favorite, company, customers, vendors, employee, banking, report, window, and help. So let's start with file. Now we go to the sub menu. The first one we have is new company. Now if you want to open a new company, file, you click on new company. Now if you click on new company, it will take us to hold on. Now it will take us to the desktop setup. If you can remember my first episode, I was able to put you how to create a company file. So that's where it's going to take you to. So yes, close back. So please, if you need to understand how to open a company file, I will advise that you go back to my first episode of creating a company file. You're able to go see every full details about it. So let's go back. Okay, I'm going to put back the password since I'm the administrator. So we're back to the home page. So we'll go back to our file. I will now click on new company from existing company file. Now, if we have an existing company file and you want to create a new company and it has a similarity with the company file of another company that you have previously opened, we can be able to use those company file to create a new company. So you can click on that, open or restore company. Now when you have created a company file for an existing company and you want to restore it, maybe you have backed it up and you now want to restore it back, you will click on open or restore company. Now you now say open a company file or restore a backup company file or restore a portable file. So where it fits, you will be able to click on it. If you click on open a company file, it will take you to where you want to open a company file or restore a backup company file. Then it will take you to where you save the backup company file, either in your desktop or a movable drive like CD or USB. Then you're able to click on it and to restore it. So yes, close this, go back to file, open previous company. Now if you have like 6, 5 or numerous company file for different company, and if you want to go back to each one of them, you just click on open our previous company file. It will now show you those company files that you have in your system under QuickBook. You can see that I have Salvation Health, I have Gold Coast, I have Saving Life, I have Plum Hospital. So any of them, you just click on them. Open second company. If you want to open another company, if you have opened a previous one and you now want to open another company, you click on opening second company. Backup file. Now if you want to create a backup file, you come to this backup company, you click on create local backup. Now what will happen is that it will show you two ways of backing up. It's either an online backing up or local backing up. Now if it's an online backing up, you click on online backing up, it will take you to the online system of QuickBooks that has to do with Intuit online backing solution, which fees applies for that. But if you want to do a local backup, it will now request for either your removable storage device such as CD or US flash drive, or portable. You have to create a file, a folder in the network in your system, like in the server. So you click on that. So let's close this, back to edit. You want to create a copy of your company file, you click on create company. Now if you want to close, after you are through with your posting and you want to close the company, instead of you coming down to exit, you first of all close the company so that file has been closed before you come to exit. Now we must switch to multi-user. Now let me understand the purpose of this multi-user. Now QuickBooks has provided an avenue that it can be used by 2 to more users, meaning that we have a single user and we have a multiple user. When we mean single user, it means that only one user can have access to that company file. But when we say 2 to more users, it means that 2 to more users can have access to that company file. So if you want the users to have access to that company file, you click on multi-user. When you click on multi-user like this, when you click on multi-user, QuickBooks will tell if you are hosting storage a company file on this computer, then other users can have it. So if you click on yes, it will now tell you that okay, you continue require. I say okay, I require administrator. Since I'm the administrator, I'll say yes. So now it's checking, communicating with the hosting process, so that other users can have access to it. Now see, your company is not set for multiple users, but you need to do more things. So you can see you have open company file in multi-user mode for additional users to have access to it. So meaning now that you have to input the password again. The purpose of the password is for just for security purpose, so that not everyone. Okay, since I'm not connected to the internet, that's why it cannot come in. So this is my admin user, so you have the other user. So we'll go through we'll come to that stage of creating other users ID. So let me just remove this, close this. Go back to the file. You can see now it was said switch to multi-user. So immediately you switch to multi-user, it will change to single user mode. So let's go to utilities. Now utilities has to do with if you want to import files like Excel file, you can click on import the file. It will take you to that place of importing the file. If you want to export the file, you can also export the file, synchronize contacts, setup ODBC, custom report, convert, move QuickBooks to another computer, company file for QuickBooks, repair file and network problem, share screen with an agent, stop posting multi-user, enable QuickBooks messengers, verify, rebuild, condense, restore. So each and every one of them, as we go through each of the episodes, we're able to understand the purpose of what this has to do. Now, sending a company file. Now, you want to send a company file to the accountant copy or a portable company file, you click on this. Now, print form. Now, if you want to print any form like bill, payable, checks, quick memo, invoice, you click on this. Now, print the printer setup. You set up your printer. You have to be able to set it up so that QuickBooks will have access to the printer, so that whenever you want to print any information from QuickBooks, you will be able to have access to it. Send form, shipping, that has to do with shipping, UPS, courier, otherwise. App, manage your web app, then exit. If you want to exit after you have closed your company file, you want to exit QuickBooks, you just click on exit. So let's go to edit. Now edit, we have use register, use calculator, find, search, preferences. Now if you click on preferences, now it will take you to another stage where you have to understand the terminologies of what you actually want for your company. What I mean is that if you want a report exactly how you want it to generate information for decision making in your company, this terminology will be able to tell you how you should go about it. You can see that we have the accounting, you have my preferences and my company preferences, bills, calendar, checking, desktop view, finance charge, general, integrated application, items and inventory, jobs, multiple currency, payment, payroll, reminders, reports and graph, sales and customer, sales tax, search, send form, service connection and spend. So exactly how you want your report to be generated, QuickBooks has provided us the avenue so that you'll be able to click and pick how you want your report to be generated. that is where you come to preference list. So hopefully in our next episode I'll be able to put you through on how to understand using these preferences. So let's continue with the next stage, view. Now if you want to open window list, switch to monitor mode, top icon, left icon, hide your icon, customize icon bar, add home to icon, favorite memos, memo, reference page, one window, multiple window. Now if we click on top, now what happened? Let's go back so that we're able to understand. The left. Now you can see that previously we have an icon on the left hand side. Now when I click on top icon, now you can see that all the icon that was on the left hand side has now gone up to the top. So it depends on how you want your home page to be. If you are not okay with having your icon on the left hand side, you can actually click on exactly where you want it to be. You can see now if I go to view and I say okay, I want to hide my icon, I don't want to see the icon, you can see that it has been removed. But now I want to have the top icon back. You can see that it's come back to the top icon, but now I want it back to the left because I actually prefer it at the left, to take me back to the left. So that's the purpose of that. Now add home to icon bar. That's okay. If you want to add home to icon bar, you click on it, so home will now come to icon bar, but I don't want it there. Just leave it like that. Customize your icon, customize your icon, but if you want to customize this, favorite menu, you can, if you click on favorite menu, you pick the menu that you actually prefer. Just click on it, you show the icon that you prefer. But as we are going, we're able to identify the ones. So let's go to list. Now the list has to do with the chart of account, item list, fixed asset item list, price level list, order names list, customer vendor profile list. And if you go to customer profile list, it shows you also all your customers and the sales rep coming through that, templates, memorize transaction, add, edit multiple lists, and manage graphs. Now if you go to chart of account, now the purpose of this chart of account is to provide all the types of account that is needed for the report. Now we can see we have the fixed assets, we have the equity, we have the income, we have the expenses, we have the current liabilities, and have the current assets. All of it is all here. So this is the chart of account, and if you want to create any new type of account, you just click on the account here and you should be able to bring it. Like I said in our subsequent episode, I will be able to show you how to go about that. So let's look at item list. Now this item list has to do with, if you click on item, it will show you. If you click on new, now it will tell you now, okay, you know that we have a service rendering, we have the non-inventory, we have the subtotal, we have the group. So since this company we are running is a service oriented, so what are those items that can generate revenue for the company? Since as a service oriented, now we have the customer, we have the let's put it, we have the medical consultants, we have the general consultation, we have the specialist consultant, we have the drugs that we actually sell to the patient, we have the scan, the radiography, we have the ophthalmology. All these are services, and when they are services and they are rendered to the patient pays for the services. So this is the purpose of the item list. You have to itemize all these things according to the service, so that you're able to know which particular services is generating which particular funds. So this is the purpose of the item list. So as I said, as we are going through each of our episodes, we're able to see how those things are being run. Fixed asset item. Now under fixed asset item, you have to create your fixed asset. Now whenever any asset is purchased, you need to itemize them, and when you itemize them, this is where you actually include them. You will click on item, like I said, you go to view, you come to list, you come to fixed asset item. When you come to fixed asset item, you come to item here and you click on new. So as we go through each of the episodes, like I said before, I will be able to put you through how to create this item in the fixed asset. So let's go back to price list. Now you want to click on price list. You want to put prices for each of those item list services rendering. You click on the price list there. Other names list, you create other names of your customers. You can put them here, other names here, or possibly not only your customer, even your suppliers and others, customers and vendors profile list. Now these are the list of all the sales rep, the customer, the vendors, every one of them that has a business to do in that company. All their list names must be indicated here. So this is where you put them. So you go to one of them. If you click on sales list, sales rep, we take you to the sales rep report, and you now click on it. Take you there. You click on new, like you will now input the new sales list of it. Likewise, you go to for the customer, and go for the vendors, the jobs, the temp list, the payment method, shipped and vehicle. So this is as a template, memorize transaction, add multiple and manage group. So let's go to favorite. You click your customize favorites if you want to click your customize favorite. Now we have company. Now the company whole page, it will take us back to that home page. That's the company. Now company snapshot, calendar, document. If you clean up your attach your document center, lead, users. Now this is where I'm talking about the users. Like I said, now since we want to have more than 2 or 3 users, and now you want to create a user, you now come to users here. You now create your set up users rules. When you click on set up users rule, you now ask, yes, of course, as since you are the admin, it will ask for the password, so that just for security purpose, you click and it will take us, since I'm not connecting internet, it will take us to the admin. So you want to add, since I have the admin, now you want to add new. You click on new, then you request for okay, these are the what access will those people have, these are their roles, so you include their role. So like I said, as we are going through subsequent episode, I'll be able to put you through on that. Then we have customer credit card protection, change your password. If you want to change the password, I can change my password. Let's see, set closing date of maybe you want to close the date. Of course, the purpose of why this might not work out is because it's a multiple user. It's only you have to convert to a single user. When you convert to a single user, then the admin will be able to detect okay the date he wants that to be done. So I have to close this. Bulk enter business details, planning and budgeting. You want to set up your budget, forecast, to-do list, reminder. Those are just to remind you of some other things you need to be done to do this. Most things you have itemer you want to do. The alert manager, you might be able to alert you. Possibly you want to make some payment. You take you to okay. That's if you have estimated tax payment, the payment for the second quarter is due on, so it will notify you. Then to save, enter data once, and people will put it on your print it on your check for you. So those are just the reminder. You can take a send form for by the last day of February. So that is the reminder. So let's go back to company. We have chart of accounts. Make your journal. If now the journal entries, you want to create journal entries for correction of errors or doing some transaction. You will be able to click on make your journal entries, and you click on journal entries, it will take you to the journal section. So this is it, journal entry, and this is how you make entry. So in a subsequent episode, I'm putting you through also on how to create entries for your journals. So let's go back to company. Accounting tools, those are the accounting tools there. Current, manage currency is there. Badge, enter transaction is there. Manage your fixed assets. It will take you to, of course, I have to convert back to, so let me do that, switch to my multiple user, so that we're able to show you how to manage your fixed assets, because the fixed assets is a different report that has to be generated and monitors all the fixed assets in that particular establishment. And for it to be possible, QuickBooks has provided us a section where we can able to manage that fixed asset. So I've gone back to my multiple single user. You can see you can switch to multiple users. So now my single user, and I can say manage fixed assets. Now you see that it will go in, because right now it is only accessible to one users, meaning that if a user wants to go into that fixed manage, he has to notify other users so that they will close their own, so that he can switch to single user. So you can see QuickBooks application. So do you want to allow people to read and modify yes, or so let's say, do you want to allow this application to read and modify this company file? Yes. Promptly that. So yes, continue. You have chosen to grant the application QuickBooks asset QuickBooks file. Yes, only for current book. Well, yes, go back first. Yes, see. Yes, whenever this QuickBooks company is opening. Yes, always allow asset, even if it is. Yes. Prompt install. Yes, leave it like that. So done. Switch to. So it has been taken there. Let's see what will happen now. Okay, so let's see. Now this is your company. We are going into the QuickBooks Fixed Assets Manager. Create a fixed asset client. Transport prompt here. Reconnect company. Restore a current here. So as we go through each of the episode, I'll be also able to put you through on all about the managing fixed assets. Enter your vehicle mileage, prepare data with envelope, and upgrade to latest QuickBooks. So let's go to vendors. Vendors now, go to customer. Customer has to do with our clients. Now, for you to able to have your client, you need to register your client under the customer center. And if I click on my customer center, it will take me to the customer information. This is where it has to provide all the details about your client. Now it has to do with the name, it has to do with the amount that the customer is owing. Is that you are dealing directly with the company, or you are dealing directly with the customer? All the details must be inputted here. So in our subsequent, if you can see in our customer, we have the new job, a new transaction. So in our subsequent episode, I'll also able to put you through on how to create a new customer and their jobs and transaction. So let's go back to customer. We have the create estimate, create invoice. As you have serviced your client or customer, you will give them an invoice. This invoice shows the details of the services and the amount to be paid. So it is here you create that invoice. Create badge invoice. You want to create in badges. Create enter sales receipt. These are the services that has been rendered. So you want to able to create. Let's click on it. We're able to input those services and their income. So like now you can see that we have the customer job, the item, you put the services. So in a subsequent episode, I'll put you through on that. Now we have enter statement charge, create statement, access finance charge, payment reminder. That's you want to payment reminder. That's if you want to send payment reminder, that the clients that are owing money, if you have access to their mail, you will be able to send a reminder to them that this payment is about to be due, or this payment has been due. Kindly make your payment. Receive payment, that's when the customer has actually paid payment. You will click on this. If the payment was paid via online and you have checked through your bank statement, you have to input this so that it will knock out the invoice. Or if the payment give you check and that be paid to the bank and the receipt has been given, you will now post it and also knock out the invoice. So in a subsequent episode, I'll put you through on that. Let's go back, close this. So let's close this too. So we're back. So we go to customer. Now we have payment link, create memos of refund. Possibly when you send a bill of like 10,000 and the customer paid 8,000 and you did your investigation, possibly you requested them to send the details of payment, and when they send details of payment, you now also did your own investigation, and in that notice now that the many 2,000 and there was an error from your own end. Maybe the money was actually, the bills was actually double posted, so you needed to go through it, and when you have confirmed that the error was, then you certify that the error has been occurred from your own end. Now, if for you to knock it out, you create a memo refund that will be able to knock out that balance. Income tracker, lead, add credit card processing link, payment service to company, enter, add market and customer tools, this change of name and address. So that's all about that. So we have to look at the vendors. The vendors, as we all know, are the suppliers. Those that supplies drugs, those that supply hospital wares, those that supply hospital medical and accessories, and those that supply mostly the hospital fixed assets. So you have to input the vendor, because you're able to track those vendors, and you enter the bill tracker, enter the bills. That's the bills that you are to pay the vendors. You enter them, then you pay them, then we see it. So in our subsequent episode, I will also put you through on how to create a vendor, and the employee center, the names of all your employees, both the contract and both the full-time, you put them here. I will also, in my subsequent episode, I'll put you through on that. Now the banking, it's how you write your checks, order your checks for new checks, enter credit card charges, use register, make deposit. When you make deposits to the bank and you want to post it, you click on make deposit, you take it there. Transfer form, maybe you did a transfer from one bank to another bank, either interbanking or intra-banking, which will be able to take you there. If I've clicked on it, and this is what will happen. So you just click the bank that the money is being removed from. That's here. There's no bank here, we have not created it, and where the money is being credited to. So you move from where the money is being debited from the bank and where the money is being credited into the bank. So that's all it is. Then you put your narration, you put the date, you put the amount. Then you click on save and close. If you don't want to come back to the same page, or save and you still want to stay in the same page. So in a subsequent episode, I'll put you through on that. So reconciliation, if after you have done your post, you want to reconcile with your bank, you click on this reconcile, it'll take you to reconciliation portal. When you take it to reconciliation portal, you're able to reconcile with your bank statement, which have been provided by your bank. So this is the report section. Now this report section provides us the environment where we can generate all our reports. We can generate a report for the financial statement, can generate the report for the performance, you can generate your report for the sales, you can generate your report for the vendors, you can generate your report for the employee, you can generate a report for your trial balance, everything. This is the particular menu bar that provide all of it. So like I said, in our subsequent episode, I will also put you through on how the report is being generated. Windows, we have the arrange. This is where you want to arrange your icon bar, and then help. If you need any assistance, you can come through each of this sub menu here, and they're able to help you and guide you through on how you need to work on one or two things. We have the loan manager. Possibly when you create a loan, you need to work on your loan manager, know how the payment is being made. It is through the loan manager you're able to do that. Although work with your version of Internet Explorer, please reboot you to use this so you can continue to use this other features of if you don't reboot. So in my subsequent episode, I will also put you through on how to create a loan manager. So in the left icon, which I've actually going to discuss with you in the subsequent episode, I will be able to tell you much about all this. So this is all about the menu bar. This is all about the menu bar. We also have, if you go down to the home page, you can see that we have the enter bills. That is enter bills for vendors. Now if you look at this enter bills and we go to vendors, you can see enter bills here. So it's either you come to enter bills here or you come to enter bills here. So because this is actually for the vendors, and when you have entered the bill, the next thing is for you to pay the bills. Now if you want to collect business loan, you can also click on this. Now if you come to the customers, you can see the estimate, create the invoice, then you receive the payment. Then of course you have generated sales revenue, sales receipt, then when you make the payment, it take you to the banking section. You want to record the deposit. So it's all about the home page that's able to show that there's an interlink between every one of them, because when the payment is made, you request for statement, and you request for statement, you also pay for statement charges. After you have done that, you want to reconcile, you take it to the reconcile portion. You now want to write a check for any expenses. You click. So if you say you click this, or you go to your banking and you write here, write check. So that's all about understanding the menu bar. In our next episode, I'm going to put you on understanding the preferences. That is understanding the preferences. What is all about this accounting, bills, calendar, checking, desktop, finance charge, general, integrated application, item and inventory, job and estimate, multiple currency, payment, payroll, reminder, report and graph, sales and customer, sales tax, search, send fund, service and spending. So I'm going to put you through on what the meaning of my preferences and company preferences. So I thank you very much for giving me your time and giving me your audience. And please, I still want to advise you that please, after you have gone through my video, kindly click on the subscribe button and the icon. I appreciate that. So I'll be expecting you in our next episode. Thank you very much.